Okay, so me doing that, whole, 4-star good, bad, thing gave me an idea. How many 5 stars do I regret? So we're going to go over every single 5-star I've pulled, and we're going to go over whether I regret them. I'm going to try and reason out, but this might be a long video, so I'll try and keep it short. Make sure to subscribe if you do enjoy this video. So, Arlecchino, no, just no. Sinyun, actually no, and just the reason for that being is that she made my Xiao actually fun to play, so I am completely okay with this. Fiorina, I'll have to say no, even though she still is like kinda, I don't know, but I'm using her on Nevi's team. I use Nevi's team so much, it's, yeah. Risley, no, I mean, I like in playing him, Fontaine so far, I've summoned on basically all the characters that I really wanted. Because Lenny, I do want Navia, but I'm not like too super fussed about it. And Shiori is just mid. All right.
No. Wait.
Nevi, he is the same reason basically for Arlecchino. They are just like super strong DPS characters that, broke the game. I'm not going to talk about Dehya. I know she had a featured banner, but like I didn't get her on that featured banner. I didn't summon for her directly, so she shouldn't count for this video. Nahida, absolutely not. Yeah, just absolutely not. Nilou, now, Nilou, she definitely, I don't know, I haven't used Nilou in a while. Like, I've been trying to use her in a couple abysses, because I do like playing her when I can. But I'll say I don't regret her. She's fine. Sino, I will say yeah, because I just don't use him, right? I want to get like Baiju so I can use my, Sino properly and, test him out. But I just have better options nowadays and more fun options. Because honestly, Sino, I hate when I get hit out of like his E-skill or something. Or I don't remember exactly what it is. Maybe I'm doing a combo and then his E-skill thing shows up and I can't like get out of the combo. Or I can't get out of like getting the staggered, fast enough. There's something with that. Like I don't remember exactly because I haven't used the dude in forever. But yeah. And same thing with Dehya Tignori. I didn't really summon for. Yelan, I'll have to say no. So we have not had basically any no's except Sino. And that's just purely because I don't have another 5-star, right? If I had Baiju, Sino would probably be like, I don't. But like right now, he is, because I don't have Baiju, and I still don't have Baiju. So yeah, she's basically Xingqiu. You constantly just pair her with Xingqiu. I still use her. And yeah, basically that's it. Shenhe, yeah, absolutely. Just absolutely. She is like so niche, and I never use her. I never use her. Like she was made for Ayaka, right? She was made to buff Ayaka, obviously, or maybe Ganyu because they did in the same thing. I don't know, but like she did not age well, man. Like she really needed more hits, because if she had more hits, then she'd be really useful for Risley, right? Risley Freeze should be really useful. She didn't age well. And now it's like, is Yunjin better than Shenhe on a Risley team? Like, because you don't want to use Risley's burst, because at C0 it's pretty weak. Yeah, absolutely. She's just not good anymore. Like, I was expecting her to be good when she was out, and I was like, I did think that she was good, but then it just turned into, no, she's not good.
Come on! Yes! Come on!
You're ugly. You're disgusting. I'm going to kill you. Give me $200.
So I think it's important to note that I have C3 Itto. We gotta come into the talent screen because Itto keeps annoying me. I think it's important to note I have C3 Itto, right? So I've summoned for him, or do I have C3? No, I have C2 Itto. I'm pretty sure. So I've summoned for him 3 times and his weapon. No, I mean I honestly hate him. The issue with Itto is that even with my C2, Noelle is better. They have not buffed this guy at all, and he has not kept up, and he feels weak now. And compared to when he came out, he was a lot better and a lot stronger, especially at C2. He was like my go-to pick. I would constantly bring him and he would dominate, right? Like, Itto is just worse than Noelle now, so it's impossible for me to, you know, be like super excited that I have a C2 Itto on my account. So it sucks. Kokomi, because of Nilou, I'll have to say no. And because of the fact, if I had Baiju, I'd be able to say yes. But no, I don't regret her because I have to have her for a Nilou team, right? I have to. It's either that or Baiju, and I don't know. You don't really have any other options. Raiden, she's really fun still. The only issue with my Raiden is that I run her in hyper carry, and Raiden hyper carry uses Kazuha, and that's the same Kazuha that Nevi uses and Arlecchino uses. So it's sort of like, I wish we had like another, I don't know what the Imaginarium Therium, whatever it is, Yoimiya, much like Itto, she's just not as good as when she came out, right? She's not really, I mean, Overload could have helped her. I haven't really seen Overload Yoimiya lately because, we have Chevy. But yeah, just really hasn't gotten really much help. Ayaka's another yes, because when you get to these old characters, they have not kept up, right? She's a DPS character, and she doesn't do much DPS, right? And it's also burst, so you don't have much control over it, which is something I don't like a lot in the playstyle. Yeah, so let's go with Kazuha now. Alright. C0? Not at all. C1? No, because that helps with his energy, right? C2? It was a little much, and I didn't really need to do it. I went for C2 Kazuha, and I don't know, man. There's very little times that I make use of it, and on a Risley team, I'm about to try and get rid of Risley, or get rid of Kazuha on my Risley team, right? That's what I'm trying to do, and I feel like, I don't know, man. Kazuha, I wish I didn't get his C2, and I wish I got someone like Baiju, right? Or maybe even Ayato. At least I would have Ayato. I don't think I would like him, but I would have him. And Yamiko also, or I'll hate them, right? If I had just skipped, the C2, it would have been fine, but no. Eula, just no. I don't like her, really. I don't her. It's sort of the same thing with Ayaka. If you miss Ayaka's burst, right? It's over. Like, you miss most of your damage, right? It's harder to miss Eula's burst because it's following you, right? But if you kill an enemy, right, that you're attacking, like, let's say you're in, Abyss Chamber and you have like two Abyss Maiden people. I don't know what they're called, the water maidens that lock you in place, right? Imagine that, right? And they're separated, and you fight one of them, and you've been charging up Eula's burst for one of them, and then you kill that enemy, and then it's basically a wasted burst, which you can't, because you can't get over to the other maiden fast enough. It is kind of a wasted burst, and I would prefer if she had less damage on her burst and then more damage on her normals, although her normals do hit pretty hard, but that's also, she attacks pretty slow at the same time, so I don't know really how to. Hu Tao, I'm gonna have to say no, because I have Arlecchino, right? She also is now a completely different play style compared to Arlecchino, which is Plunge. And I have the characters for Plunge, which basically it turns her into a pretty good DPS. And I mean, I don't know, it just must be like a popularity thing. Like, if a character is really popular, they'll try and keep them relevant, right? Like, I feel like maybe, Raiden, she kind of got screwed over, and I'm pretty sure Raiden's like one of the most popular characters in Genshin, right? I don't exactly know. But I don't get why, I don't know. Hu Tao people just really, really loved her. Sure, whatever. Alright, Xiao. No, I can't say Xiao. Due to, having C6 Farazan and Sinyun and Fiorina buffs, he's become basically an entirely new character, and I actually really like him now. because it feels like he does proper, like, insane amounts of damage. Ganyu, yeah, I hate her. I do not want her on my account. She just definitely is not a character that has impressed me beyond when I first got her with melt teams, right? I just don't know, man. Freeze isn't a competent team anymore because it's just like you get a boss phase and then it's like, oh wow, your entire freeze, build is completely nullified. It's like Nilu if she like had cryo abyss lectors or something like that. Because currently I was told, because I didn't know the shield, I knew that they had the mechanic. I didn't know that their cryo shield, the Capella boss, the cryo shield form was actually tied to that Fontaine mechanic. I didn't know that. I just assumed that it was just a cryo shield. I was like, whatever, cryo shield. But yeah, apparently the cryo shield is tied to their mechanic, so it's weird. But yeah, Ganyu, she doesn't have that, right? It's like she just gets nullified as soon as it's a single boss or just an enemy. Well, no, I'm pretty sure only bosses can be like nullify the freeze, right? So yeah, Ganyu's just no. Albedo is yeah, I regret because he's not good. I run Itto. I ran Itto for a while. You want to know who I never used with Itto? Albedo. I never, not once, not a single time. Yeah, I just never wanted to use Albedo with Itto because I was just like, yeah, sure, Bennett's better. Bennett gives you an attack buff, and because of how much my Itto attacks, Albedo would be at a DPS loss. I mean, especially considering I don't have him 90 out of 90, right? Yeah. And then we have Zhongli. Obviously, he's just a no. I love the dude. He is on like 90% of my teams. Like, if we go back over to these characters, right? He's on my Arlecchino team. He's on my Risley team. He's on my Nevi team. So yeah, Zhongli, he's on so many of my good teams, and I love him, and I use him all the time. Yeah, Zhongli, I always use him, so I'm not gonna regret him. Venti, yeah. Considering they basically put a boss in every single abyss, like every single floor and every single abyss, the only boss that I've ever seen actually get pulled by Venti's burst is the Dendro chicken, which is weird. I got no idea why it does that, but it actually does. Like, I think I have video proof. The Dendro chicken apparently, for some reason, gets pulled by Venti's burst, and I have no reason for it. He's got nothing. He actually is basically useless. It is. I'm sorry, Venti. Like, people hate when I say this about Venti, but like, he just doesn't. Like, I don't know why people defend him so much. I mean, previously maybe I can get it because bosses weren't always in Abyss. But nowadays, it is legitimately just bosses are constantly in Abyss. And it's just, you can't avoid it. And it's like, who are you? Why are you bringing Venti? Like, yeah, I could maybe I can understand if you actually have so much trouble with AoE that you need Venti. But then I still don't really understand because it's like you're going to kill your boss run. Unless you're running someone like, well, I mean, if you're running Hu Tao, Venti only hurts you. You must be running a character that, works with Venti, and then you can also still do the boss run. This dude plays this thing immediately. Chill out, Venti. But yeah, if you run a boss run, so you must have like a character that can actually defeat the boss without like that fourth slot. And that's basically the only reason why I think that you could possibly like go for Venti. I don't know, man. Alright, well, that's all the characters I regret and all the characters I don't regret. I do not know the final score, but it'll be right here. Whoa, I might have had it on the screen the entire time. You don't know. Maybe. Well, actually, you would know more than I do. So, yeah. Make sure to like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.